Welcome to Down the Middle Podcast Battlers, episode 77. Joel and H. If you're watching the YouTube, I've got the blue jersey on tonight. Didn't want to wear my red and white one. How are you, H?
I'm good, mate. I'll wear the top of the ladder team.
We'll get to that later.
So yeah, I thought you would wear the Dragons jersey as Derby weekend as well, but
Yeah, I know I was nervous.
right.
I didn't know what to do with the derby, and so I just opted to go blue.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm just not. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But
Yeah,
yeah,
very much so.
mate. Big weekend of sport coming off Anzac Day. Going straight into Live Golf. Then we'll probably talk about Live Golf straight off the top. But I didn't mind stretching the footy weekend out that one extra day. It was good. I liked Thursday. Well, except for the middle part of
You
it.
liked it until about 4 p.m.
I like the start and the finish of Thursday.
Yeah, very much so. But no, it was good. I think it was a good mix of being able to watch the golf as well. I think that helped break it up a bit in between.
The golf was good. Yeah, golf was real good.
Crazy scenes.
Mate, I tell you what, we talking to Rich Bland last week. He was right. If Adelaide gets any bigger, and it bloody did, it was huge.
100%. I think just under 95,000 for the weekend.
Yeah,
mate, or the 3 days. Sorry,
that's so many people at a golf course.
Especially for Adelaide, when you look at the course when they do the overview, like some of the houses are pretty much like
right there
behind it. Like
yeah.
So,
we'll get into Live in a minute because we want to start the podcast with that. But we've got our two little rolling favorite segments that we're enjoying. You want to do your one? Kick off?
Yeah, mate. Kick off the episode with Hayden's career paths.
Nice.
We'll kick straight into it, mate.
What am I? Have you got my rolling tally?
You are 8 from 11.
8 from 11. Okay. Bit of work to do.
So, yeah.
But, someone's interrupting the podcast. Who's that?
Dad. He's just strolled in, but that's right. He's
Ross Moore, get out.
I've lost my train of thought now.
Career paths. Give me one.
So now he's going to be talking near the door. Can't wait.
Fellas, we got another special guest.
And I'll be in silence.
That's right. You went and put the salt sticker on this afternoon. So a couple of weeks and H is going to have a new recording studio. How good's that, Battlers?
Exactly right. It's beautiful. Okay, back to it. Who am I? Oh, sorry, career path. Mate, he made his debut in 2008 for South Sydney.
Okay.
And so 2008 to 2011.
Yep, righto.
Then he moved to Parramatta in 2012 to 2015.
Bunnies to Para. Yeah.
So, 2015. And then he made the switch over to the Warrington Wolves for 2015, halfway through the 2015 season and 2016 season, and then retired.
Oh, jeez. I don't think I'm going to get this one. Bunnies, 2008 through to 2012. He's gone to Para in 13 to 15. And then he went overseas to the Wolves.
Got 3 hints. I've changed it up a little bit. I've gone a little bit of a character around him, not so much. So the first one is Pocket Rocket.
Ooh, okay. So maybe he's like a fullback. Yeah, he's giving me a little nod, but I don't know if that's. Oh, I can tell when people listen to this, they're going to be yelling at their car stereo. Pocket Rocket. Yeah, right. Give me something else.
I think Pocket Rocket is a pretty good one. And then the second one, he's an Indigenous player.
Yeah.
I think you've got the name, but you can't think of the name.
I can see a person. What's his name?
Then the third clue is halfback.
Yeah, halfback. Yeah, yeah. He's just a little short bloke. Fuck. This is going to piss me off because you're right. I can see a bloke. It's very clear. I can see him in the Souths jersey.
He did
Um,
he did a famous tackle in the Parramatta jersey.
that's not
Then
helping.
everyone was recreating it on the field, even though they weren't really meant to.
Man, I'm pissed off of this one because I've just hit a mind blank. Again, I can see the bloke. I can see how he plays. Pocket Rocket sold it to me. Just give me an initial. Just the first initial. Just tell me what his first name starts with.
I
Just it
think it,
doesn't matter.
it
The battlers know they've already worked it out. I'm here.
C
I've hit a speed hump. What is it?
C C.
Chris Sandow.
Yeah. See,
Ah! No,
that's half a point
no, I don't want to.
because
I don't want to point for it. I don't want to
you
point
don't
for
want
it.
a point
Jesus, I hate that.
because yeah,
I just
I think
had.
we've given it to you enough.
Could
Like
just see the bloke. I could just see the bloke, and I just had no idea what his name was.
that's what I think was a good one. I'm like two clubs, but
Damn
pocket
it.
rocket, like and the little famous tackle, obviously when he stood over whoever and then he dug his shoulder in.
That's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Yes, yes, yes.
Um,
Um, yeah, when you said Pocket Rocket, I had him in my brain, and when you said he's an Indigenous bloke, I went, that's who I was looking at in my head.
yeah,
Damn it. Okay. I'll take 8 from 12. That's not too bad.
yeah. So next
Which is
player
eight.
made
Okay.
his debut in 2006 for Penrith, and he played until 2012. Sorry.
Just a Penrith. 6 years. Done.
No, 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 no. That
Oh,
first part.
okay. 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 6 years. Yeah, till 2012. Okay.
Then he played for Cronulla 2013 to 2015.
Mm.
Played one season at Parramatta in 2016.
Penrith, Sharks, Para. Penrith,
Then he
Sharks.
played one season for the Roosters in 2017. Write that down here. He's getting into it.
No, I'm not writing it down. I'm just thinking.
And then played two seasons for the Gold Coast Titans in 2018 to 2019.
Oh, okay. Um, Flash Gordon.
I'm going to
Uh,
need his full name.
what's his first name? Because he's Flash. So what's his first name?
You, you're halfway.
Yeah, what's his first name? Oh, jeez, I'm having a shocker.
You are
Yeah,
having
what's his first name?
Michael Gordon.
Michael Gordon. Jesus Christ. Holy, you can give me half a point for that one.
I'll give you a full
Holy.
point because you like I didn't give you a hint. Right, so you get
I'm actually
you
impressed
get
with
that.
myself. The Gold Coast sold that one for me. That one was
Really?
all right. Yeah, Gold
Yeah.
Coast got that one over the line for me. Well, I went the Roosters to Gold Coast. That's what got it for me. Who just
Yeah.
scored? Who just scored there? Hey, just looking at the TV
The number 11.
for Penrith.
Yeah, whoever that is.
Um,
Garner.
Potentially. We're recording during the South Penrith game, so Penrith will take the lead with that.
Yep. They will be winning 18-12.
18-12. Okay, there you go.
Mate,
All
that
right, there
moves
you
you
go.
to 9 from 13
9
in
from
career
13.
pass.
Okay, not too bad.
Bit of a shocker.
I'm
Bit
glad
of
I
a
got
shocker this
one.
week. The
50%. 50%. Michael Gordon. Michael Gordon. I'll remember that now. Okay. I've got a who am I for later.
beautiful.
If you've got any, well, I suppose if you've got any who am I's or career paths, you'll have to send it to us individually, which
Well,
is a bit hard.
career pass to me. Who am I is the Joel's personal. So then
If you
obviously it doesn't
if you
50
can access
followers.
that. But
Yeah.
still, look, we've got a couple of followers that we follow personally as well. So send them to us. Send us your ideas. On that, actually, we've had a bunch of new followers on Spotify, on YouTube, and on Instagram in particular. Obviously, we started our Facebook page not long ago, so we got a couple of new followers there. But shout out to any of those guys
Yep,
on
definitely.
on all those platforms. Yeah, building a little bit of a fan base, especially off the back of the episode with Richard. So yeah, anyway, shout out to you guys. Send us
No,
your stuff.
thank you.
Let's go, Richard. Let's go live, mate. Like you
Yep,
said, nearly 100,000 people through that golf course. The atmosphere, obviously, just even watching on TV, far out, looked
crazy.
unreal, didn't it?
It
And
did,
for
mate. It was
there you
a
go.
perfect ending as well. I think with the first ever team playoff
Yeah,
uh, to go, and I don't know if I've ever heard so many cheers of a bloke not hitting it out of the bunker. Um,
that was rough, wasn't it?
it,
That was Louis, wasn't it?
no, I think it was Burmeister.
I was
Did Burm-
Burmos, mate. That was rough. But you know what? That's what it's all about. That's what this,
yeah,
yeah,
and you can see what he was trying to do. You could to get it anywhere near the pin, you literally have to have it just outside the bunker, like
yeah.
literally hit that top.
It had to be
And
millimeter perfect. Yeah.
yeah, and he nearly was. I think he nearly broke the hearts. But in all honesty, Stingers probably should have won it on the first hole.
Well, they
Um,
should, but also they were going well. I suppose there are about 3 or 4 teams that probably should have sealed the deal throughout the day. But you're right. I thought Stinger after Cam's first drive so far left
yeah,
on that first playoff hole. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they probably should have. Well, that was Louis' putt that he pretty much hit the lip, didn't he?
yeah, I think so. It
Just
was
about.
like they
Yeah,
both pretty much just missed, but nah. Thankfully, our boys Rippers, mate, the one with the highest score as well, -53.
mate,
Massive effort.
huge. And to be honest, look, you look at Lucas Herbert's first round and then his second and third round. Like he went, did he go 7 under 7 under or 8 under 7 under, whatever it was? If he has a decent round,
Yeah,
something a little bit better than the other boys, because Cam didn't do too much on day one. Like they could have nearly got to 60. If anyway,
yeah, 100%. Well, just to recap, from bottom up, oh, Cam, Lucas, and Mark all came in tied 14, sorry, -13.
yep,
Obviously you were right there. Lucas went +1, 7 under, 7 under.
yep,
That's handy golf.
that's some
Um,
seriously good golf.
and then Matt Jones coming tied ninth with -14, and he went -6, -4, -4.
You know what, Matty Jones. I almost thought that his signing into Ripper for the 2024 season was not the right signing. And I know he's been pretty quiet, but it was nice to see back on home soil that he goes, no, you know what, stuff this. I'm good at what I do.
Yeah,
And 3 really solid rounds of golf there, to get to 14
100%.
under. So
I
yeah,
think I think he's got to put put a good performance in this year because they're going to get stronger and stronger. And I'd be pretty surprised, obviously, if they switch the teams around too much. But I think if Matty Jones falls into that relegation, they might try and poach another Australian. And
see, that's the thing that I worry, and we've also spoken about what maybe expansion of Live might look like.
mm,
You might see 2 full Aussie teams, and I think an All American team, yeah, it doesn't do much. You got John Rahm. John Rahm could probably do like an all Spanish team. Some of the other
mm,
countries, I don't know. Again, us being Aussies, we would really get behind an Aussie team, and we do with Ripper. I think you could almost go 2 Aussie teams if they wanted to expand, and then they might look at how they move it around, because I think you'd have to share the. I think you might even have to break Ripper up to make another Aussie team. But yeah, Matty Jones probably needs to do a little bit of work, because I don't think Lucas Herbert's going anywhere.
Nah, definitely not.
Yeah.
And then obviously we'll move on to it was a pretty crazy even win for Brendan Steele, mate. The
Oh
winner
yeah.
and -18. He went 6 under, 8 under, 4 under. He's probably made more in one weekend than he probably did his whole career, but
Yeah.
you still got to play well to earn the money in live. You know, just
Absolutely.
you know, last place gets, I know 57,000 is good money, but
57
they are
thousand,
more.
not life changing
It's not life changing, but
for any of those blokes.
they did sort of change it more top heavy money now
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
to
So it's
make
not.
it. Yeah,
It was about 120 or something for last place when
it
it
was.
first
Yeah.
started, I think.
So
Um, you know, which
yeah,
which again was like turn up, shoot whatever you want, and then you know
exactly right.
do whatever. Um, I was going to say something. Oh, uh, I thought it was a credit to the performances of those blokes out there, but also the caliber of the golf being played. You know, obviously we go to Augusta. Augusta's treacherous. It's dangerous here, there, and everywhere. The greens are amazing, and people can't hold putts and whatever. We go to Adelaide only a few weeks later, and still a bit of hype around how tough the golf course is going to be. The greens being slick, it being in perfect condition, blah blah blah. Some deep scores, you know, some really. I would imagine, but also the Grange has hosted a number of professional events over its years.
Yeah.
You know, plenty, right? So it's not just a turn up down the road and it's just a public
Yep.
course. So it's hard. But I thought seeing some of those low scores and getting to 18 under over 3 days, mind you, like that's a fantastic 4 day score. I thought that and the saturation at the top end of that leaderboard, you know, the Aussie boys with 13 under coming 13th or 14th, like it was so hard to even crack into the top 10. I thought that was really good to prove Liv's got quality, you know. Not that we need it proven to us, but to come
No.
down to Australia, one of the biggest events, and go look at what they shot on a course that's was coming into the weekend was going to be hard. I thought that was
Well,
pretty awesome to see.
especially that Taylor Gooch won it last year with -20, but he
Yep.
absolutely, but he blitzed of round 1 and 2,
Yeah.
and then he shot, I think,
He had
one
like
under or something like
10
that.
and 9 under or something last year,
I
didn't he?
think,
He
yeah,
shot a
he had something like, yeah.
62 or a 61 or something. Yeah.
But and they said, oh, it won't be as hard, like it won't be that high scoring. And I think that just proves your point as well. Back to it, they made the golf course harder, but the players still delivered.
Well, it just shows, you know, obviously there was a couple of blokes down the bottom of the leaderboard that still shot whatever they shot over par. But yeah, it just shows like what sort of form they're in. And
Well, there was only four players shot over par,
Kim
and
Putz and
two
someone
of
else.
them were wild cards with
That's right.
Hudson Swanwick
Hudson Swafford.
and
Yeah.
Anthony Kim. Anthony Kim shot came last, but he shot a +7 last round to finish +6.
You know what?
Um,
I don't doesn't really bother me what he shoots. It doesn't matter.
no,
Fine.
and as I sort of said during the week privately, mate, I think Majestic's the one that needs a massive overhaul.
Jeez, I
They've
tell
got
you what.
Henrik Stanson +3 and Ian Poulter +4 finishes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you got Sam Horsfield on there finishing -6, and then Lee Westwood -8. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't crack it. It just
Well,
yeah.
look, but you know what? I look at it two ways. Someone's got to come last. If those two blokes are down the bottom of the leaderboard again this week, then
But
you got dramas.
the problem is, so obviously the wildcards don't have a team; they just play. Mate, Majestics came last by 19 shots. It is pretty
In the
bad
in the team event, yeah.
in the
Yeah.
team
They
event.
would they
They
shoot
finished
12 under or something?
-11, and somehow when I'm looking at this, four aces and smash, mate. They finished on 30, -30 for the 12th and 11th.
Yeah. That's pretty it's saying something, isn't it?
Like, and the problem is Majestics aren't going to get any better because they've got three captains on the team, so they don't get relegated. They can like captains are safe.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So
Why do they have three captains on the one team? Have I missed that?
well, they've always had it because they were sort of the more first people to come over and they wanted an all English team. Um, so yeah, they sort of gave him that opportunity. But I don't. I'd be pretty surprised actually if Ian Poulter and Lee West would play on from this year. I think this might be their final years. I reckon.
Well, they're again, we talk about when we spoke to Bland, he's mates with Lee. They're of the same sort of age bracket, and even Richard said like he's probably got 18 months left in him if he keeps making the cut and if he keeps playing all right. So yeah, you might see maybe Pultzer's done, maybe Lee Westwood's done, maybe they maybe look for the next younger crop. And again, there's some good personalities in over in the UK or in
Yep.
England. So yeah, you're right.
Maybe Cyril Hatton. He moves over to the Majestics, takes up a captain role or something like that, and
He probably could. I
you
want
know,
to I want to see him get like some of the younger guys from the European tour. I don't think they need to
I think
chase
take
too much the
advantage
PGA.
of the DP tour. I think
Yeah.
um, I would really probably the two people I really like it from the DP is probably the Hoiberg brothers.
Hmm.
Um, but I think they're starting to hit straps in the PGA, so I'd be pretty surprised if they would go. But it all depends on this deal as well, how this deal works out. Because
Yeah, well, that's still. I
oh,
don't think we're
still
really getting
ages away.
any closer.
But yeah,
Anyway, a great event nonetheless. They moved to Singapore, and man, it looks hot there, eh? Have you
yeah,
watched a bit of the media?
I have. But just before we move into Singapore, mate, shout out to Richard Bland. He shot -4, -3 for 11 under. But somehow, I think in previous weeks I would get him in top 10.
I know.
Um, he got
I was
22.
I was
Yeah,
yelling at the TV all weekend, Rich. I was
yeah,
yelling at the TV. I'm like, come on! And every, he got partnered up with Johnny Rahm again in the
yeah. In the
final round.
last round. Yeah,
And every time they showed Rahm, I'm like, keep it on, Rich. Rich is teeing off next. Keep it on. I want to because couldn't see where he was hitting it because they
yeah.
don't they were obviously and those other blokes were so far up the leaderboard. But shout out to our mate, to our English mate. He played bloody good, eh?
Yeah. He did. See him next year at the Grange.
I I I've already last weekend I got the actual tick of approval. We're home and host. The boss has ticked me off. I said
Mate, we
we'll go
might
for a
even
fit.
have to
Yeah,
go down
what?
a couple of days early and get a match.
Well, we might have to hit some balls in the range or something. But I tried to even try and sell it as a family holiday, and the boss said, "I don't want to come on a family holiday, mate. We're not going to Adelaide for a family holiday. You just go." So perfect. See ya.
No, it's even better.
So anyway, locked in. When the tickets coming out, boom, we're on.
100%.
Um. Oh no, we'll just see how long. Just hit a little snag here on my computer. We might run out of recording time. That won't be good, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, we'll keep going. Singapore this week. What do you
Yep.
reckon? Ripper go back to back?
No, I don't think. I think they might have a bit of a hangover. Um, I'm actually going to go. I'm going to go the losers in the playoff. I'm going to go Stingers for the win.
Okay.
And for the winner, mm, tough one for me actually.
Just make your mind up, buddy. Just pick someone. Oh, Battler, see what I have
um,
to put up with. He just can't make his mind up.
Sergio Garcia.
I'm going to go Herbie. I reckon Lucas Herbert. I reckon after
Lucas
two
Herbert.
big rounds, I reckon he can go well. I'd
And
love.
who for the team, mate?
Well, I'll go the Rippers.
You
Hopefully,
go back to back. Very
hopefully,
nice.
hopefully. Anyway, um, I'm gonna go with who am I? Because again,
You
I'm
gonna go
just not sure what's going on here with our recording system. So I'm going to try and get something in before we do hit a real big snag. All right, he's an ex NRL player. He's not currently playing, but I think you'll get him. Born in 1985, age 38. currently. Played his junior footy for West Illawarra, and then played in the St. George Illawarra Dragons team Jersey Flegg, where he won the Jersey Flegg Cup in 2005. Okay. He ended up not going into the senior grades with St. George Dragons because the likes of Matty Cooper, Mark Gasnier, and Wes Nagama were ahead of him. Okay. He has scored a total of.
Who did he make his senior debut for? You can argue that.
Just shut up and listen. He scored 53 tries for 2 clubs. He's played one Prime Minister's 13 game in 2012 where he scored 1 try as well. He's a fullback / winger. He does a bit of TV these days. Been doing TV. He's been doing TV a little bit. Oh, that's going to give it away now. The last club that he played for.
Well, I haven't even got any club mates. I don't know.
I know. I'm just giving you random bits and pieces here and there. I want to make it hard. Last club he played for was your Mighty Sharks. If I give you the other club that he's played for, you'll hit it on the head. So he played for the Sharks in 2013, 2014.
Oh, Ryan.
Bowie Ryan, there he is.
Ooh.
I just wanted to give you all the stats you didn't need at the start.
Because I was thinking, I'm like, oh, Bo Ryan, I know he's from like is it Wingdang or something like that? I think it is.
Yeah, Albion Park or something. Yeah,
Albion Park. I thought he scored more tries than 53 actually.
53. So, he played 104 games for the Tigers, 22 for the Sharks. Only scored 7 tries for the Sharks in 22 games. 46 tries over 104 games. I thought was pretty good for the Tigers.
He did score that famous 7 tackle against the Cowboys.
Yes,
in the finals as well.
The other stat that I was going to give you, where was it here? I was going to give you. He made his debut in 2007, played 3 games that year, and scored in his second appearance. Thought that was pretty good. Second game, scored a try. Anyway, there you go. Bowie Ryan, shout out. He's doing bloody. What's he doing now? Amazing race. Freaking hell. Go back to Bo Nose, I reckon.
Well, he did hit his peak there, didn't he? When he went down to the streets of Parramatta most of the time, and
and revved up all those real battlers. Oh man,
they definitely picked out the rough ones.
Usually, yeah, there wasn't many teeth with those interviews. Jeez, there was
absolutely definitely not, mate. Definitely.
That's about the only reason I used to watch the footy show. 9 o'clock on a Thursday, was it? 9 o'clock on a Thursday, something like that.
Yeah,
8:30 on a Thursday.
After the footy, I think it was. So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it would have been like 10 o'clock. Anyway, there you go. Mate, I reckon. Let's not worry about last week's footy. I reckon we worry about this week's footy. I just reckon we don't worry about, especially those Anzac Day games. They were over and done with pretty quick.
Anzac Day was pretty enticing.
We can start with tonight's game if you want. If you just want to jump straight into round 9, do you want to just jump straight into round 9? You sure?
Yeah, back to round 8, mate. I'll take it. Gold Coast Titans winning the first Anzac Day match, mate, 27-24. Very good to see from the Titans. Warriors they get this lead. They don't know what to do with it.
Mate, it surprised the hell out of me. So I got my tip right because I didn't put my tips in. I got the away team, but it surprised the hell out of me. Yeah. So Warriors need to do it. Warriors hopefully do a little bit of work over the weekend and come out firing this week, I think.
Definitely. Then, mate, I think, the Roosters winning 6-18 against your Dragons. Just when I believe in the Dragons that I can tip them.
I know.
Um,
I know. And
they
what happened was that the typical Dragons, they just lost faith. They just everything went against them, and then all of a sudden, that's it. They were done.
Yep,
Um, and then Roosters just pile on the tries. So
100%.
I don't know. It was not what we expected.
Mate, we'll quickly just run through the scores
Just
because, as
just
you
doesn't matter.
said,
Just keep going. Keep going. I don't know
that's
what's
right.
going on here, Battlers. For some reason, my computer's telling me that I've only got a couple more minutes. So we're just going to keep going, and we're just going to see where this ends. But if this episode ends up ending abruptly, you'll know why. Something's going on with your computer. But anyway, we'll just keep going.
Melbourne Storm won 54-20 against the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Seen it.
Easy.
Last match of Jason Demetrio got sacked last night.
Gone.
Then,
Yeah.
mate, moving on to Friday, Manly Seagulls 32-18 against Parramatta. We both tipped Manly and
Easy.
didn't see much coming. Then, mate, the first game on a Saturday, Brisbane Broncos did the job that we thought they would against the West Tigers. The fairy tale.
Tigers have Tigers ever won at Campbelltown Sports Stadium or what?
Well, they're 0-2 this year, aren't they?
Far out, man. They got to fix that. If they're losing Leichhardt, they got to start winning at Campbelltown. NRL have got to start giving them easy opponents at
Yeah.
Campbelltown.
Yeah, that fairy dust over the fans is starting to wear off, and they're starting to wake back up to their team being shit. Um, then you got the Penrith Panthers just scraping in against the Cowboys 26-20. They were winning comfortably, and then
Yeah,
the Cowboys came back.
I didn't expect that, but Penrith tend to win, so I think they'll probably do the same job tonight.
And then probably the second surprise of the week was Newcastle Knights. No Kalen Ponga, no worries. Beating the Dolphins 18-14 up at Suncorp.
Mate, I've needed the Knights to win for friggin' ages, and then I tip against them, and they come through with the goods.
Unfortunately. And then, mate, my Sharkies win 40-0. Um, I swear each week I go, I'm a bit worried about them, and
And then
they
they go
keep
good. So
delivering.
keep saying it. Say that you're a bit worried this week and they'll win. Oh no, actually, say that you're really confident and they'll lose.
So, yeah, I think a pretty good performance. Nico really probably had one of his best games actually as a Shark.
Yeah,
Took control. Atkinson came in, played the sixes, did what he needed to do, stayed on the left hand side, took runs, kicked the ball when
easy,
he had to. Simple. Then
easy for the
obviously,
Sharks.
and then the Bulldogs had the bye, 82 points.
Yeah. Battlers, I'm going to pause it there and you'll find out whether or not we can record